If you clicked on this video, then there is a good chance that you are interested in managing your anxiety in the moment. If you continue watching this, I am hoping that you will learn some actionable steps that you can use to help you feel more comfortable managing anxiety or other high-intensity emotional states. I also hope that you'll learn a little bit more about the language of these processes and that you'll have a glimpse into what is changing from a biological perspective when practicing these skills. If you're new here, hi, I'm David McDermott, and I am a licensed professional counselor that has created this channel to discuss many different topics for a variety of reasons. Maybe you don't have the right words to express what you're feeling. Maybe you don't feel as though you'll be validated if you do express how you're feeling. Or maybe you're afraid of the societal stigmas that you will face if you do share this information with others. I will be utilizing this channel to create conversations around commonly stigmatized topics, to help people understand a little bit more about themselves and learn new language and tools that can be used to communicate these parts of yourself with others in an effective way. Today, we will be discussing a distress tolerance skill utilized in Dialectical Behavioral Therapy, also known as DBT. This tool involves 4 different skills grouped together by the acronym TIPP. These skills are used to alter the state of your nervous system from an aroused fight or flight state that we may feel when we are anxious, angry, or in other heightened emotional states to a more relaxed and grounded state. The T in TIPP stands for temperature. This involves cooling our body temperature. We can do this by wrapping up ice packs or frozen veggies inside of a paper towel and placing them over your eyes, or putting your face under a cold shower, or even placing your face into a cold bucket of water. Any of these practices can activate what is known as a dive response. This dive response triggers some of the same effects that you get when actually diving into water. This response allows our body to redirect blood flow to the most essential organs, our heart and our brain. When we are in an anxious or high emotional environment, our sympathetic nervous system is going to be very active, putting us in a fight or flight state. In this state, our heart starts to beat faster and the pace of our breathing accelerates as well. Our body also releases stored energy. All of these are very important body changes when we are in a dangerous setting and we need energy to either run away from an event or fight the situation. But we aren't always in those dangerous situations when we are feeling anxious. So this dive response lessens the activity of our sympathetic nervous system and increases the activity in our parasympathetic nervous system, which goes ahead and relaxes the body as we get out of that fight or flight state. And this is known as a rest or digest state. The I in TIPP stands for intense workout. This is exactly what it sounds like. Burpees are a great full body exercise that can help exhaust many areas of our body. Other good options include exercises with a lot of jumping, running, or stair workouts. The purpose of this type of conditioning is to bring our attention toward our body exhaustion and ground us in that physical task. If you are struggling to lift up your body towards the end of a burpee, you aren't simultaneously going to be thinking like,
what's going to happen if I freeze on stage tonight when I'm doing karaoke with my friends?
Because you're going to be focused on not falling over when you're in this exhausted state after working out. Intense workouts can also lower body stiffness from stress and improve mobility and improve blood flow. Working out also causes us to release endorphins and reduce cortisol. I understand that we are not always in a position where we can do an intense workout. Stretching can be a great alternative that can help in similar ways. If you are enjoying this video so far and like learning skills that can help you or loved ones manage symptoms of anxiety and depression, or learn how to communicate more effectively, you can like this video and subscribe to the channel to find more content on these topics. So the 2 P's in TIPP are skills that are well utilized together. The first P stands for paced breathing, and the second P stands for progressive muscle relaxation. There are many ways to practice paced breathing. Typically, when anxious, our breathing tends to be quick, and our body tends to look quite animated with our chest and neck and upper back muscles working harder than necessary in that fight or flight state. However, we want to reduce the activity of our sympathetic nervous system and increase the activity of our parasympathetic nervous system when we are not in a dangerous setting. There is a method commonly referred to as box breathing or foursquare breathing. This is practiced by so many people, and it involves breathing in for 4 seconds, holding for 4 seconds, breathing out for 4 seconds, and holding again for 4 seconds. When practicing this skill myself, I will normally do this about 4 to 6 times, and I will increase this to 5 seconds to each side of the square for another 4 to 6 boxes. From there, you can keep increasing this number a few more times to continue this effect. I know that some people like to even go to 7 or 8 seconds per side of the square, getting into a deeper, relaxed state, or before trying to sleep. Another popular paced breathing technique is 4-7-8 breathing. This method uses a 4-count inhale through the nose, a 7-count hold, and an 8-count exhale. The second P in TIPP stands for progressive muscle relaxation. This is a method in which we can reduce tension that is stored in different areas of the body when we are feeling anxious by contracting muscles in different regions and then letting go of that tension afterwards. I like to start this practice in my toes and work my way up all the way into my forehead. I like to pair this practice with box breathing that I mentioned earlier in this video. So to start, I will contract the muscles in my toes by curling them during an inhale and keeping my toes flexed throughout the rest of that inhale, as well as the hold following the inhale. I will then release the tension in my toes during the exhale and continue to visualize stress leaving that region of my body during that hold following the exhale. I will then flex my feet downward, contracting muscles in my ankles and my shins during the next of the box breaths. I will continue this method, flexing different areas of my body, working all the way up to my forehead. For example, if you are doing a 5-second box breathing technique during your progressive muscle relaxation, you would flex each of these areas for 10 seconds between the 5 seconds of the inhale and the 5 seconds of the pause, and then release this tension and visualize the stress leaving the body also for 10 seconds between the 5 seconds of the exhale and the 5 seconds of the second pause. While this technique can help you relieve physical tension in your body when feeling anxious, angry, or other heightened intensity emotional states, you do not want to flex any areas too hard, as you do not want to cause yourself strain. It is also important to have caution with any injured areas, either doing a lighter contraction with those muscles or skipping over those injured regions entirely. TIPP is an excellent tool that many have used to manage symptoms of anxiety and cope in the moment with their concerns. However, it is important to note that TIPP, similar to other coping mechanisms, does not address the root of the concerns that you are experiencing. If you have subscribed to my channel, stay tuned for upcoming videos where I will address tools that many have used to manage long-term concerns with anxiety or other mental health-related concerns. I hope that some of you learned something here that you can utilize in your own life. If there are other topics here that you want to hear about, please post them in the comments. I genuinely appreciate any stories, feedback, or any additional thoughts on any subject matter that we cover here. Always remember, your mental health matters, and so do you. Until next time.